In this video, we'll be taking a look at 5 WNBA games happening on June 17, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 10 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 5 WNBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Connecticut Sun versus Indiana Fever. On Tuesday, the Connecticut Sun will travel to Gainbridge Fieldhouse for a visit with the Indiana Fever. These two teams already faced off once this season back in late May. The Sun managed to squeak out a 2-point victory in that contest, cashing in for bettors as massive +11 underdogs. That game was only the second appearance for Caitlin Clark, and the Fever were still clearly figuring out how to play together. They started to find their footing in the meantime, going 2-1 over their next 3 games. Then their star guard returned and put on an absolute show, torching the mighty Liberty and handing them their first loss of the year. Clark played as if she'd never been away, looking determined to re-establish herself as the focal point of Indiana's attack. With her leading the charge, the offense exploded for a season-high 102 points against a quality defense. Now, they get a crack at a Connecticut defense that ranks among the worst in the league, and you can bet they have revenge on their minds after that earlier loss. Sure, Connecticut has dominated this series historically, going 9-1 straight up and 6-3-1 against the spread in the last 10 matchups. But that history doesn't matter now. The tide is about to turn, and it starts tonight. As our first pick for this matchup, the Indiana Fever to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. When these teams first met, they didn't disappoint the scoreboard operator, combining for 168 points and easily sailing over the 158.5 point total. The odds makers have adjusted the total higher for this rematch, and for good reason. The offensive difference with Clark on the floor is impossible to ignore. Without her, Indiana averaged a sluggish 76 points per game. With her, that number skyrockets to 91 points. That's not just a small bump, it's a monumental shift in firepower. And remember, they cleared the total in the first game. The Suns' offense has been inconsistent lately, held to 67 points or less in 3 of their last 4 games. But don't let that fool you. They dropped 85 on this same Fever team in the first meeting, and they've shown they can explode for big numbers, scoring 84 or more 3 times in their last 6 games. The head-to-head trend also points to a high-scoring game, with the over-cashing in 4 of the last 6 meetings between these two clubs. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Atlanta Dream versus New York Liberty. On Tuesday, a major Eastern Conference battle in the WNBA Commissioner's Cup features the Atlanta Dream taking on the New York Liberty, with both teams sitting at the top of the standings. It's often a smart move to back an elite team right after they take a loss, and that's the exact situation we have here, with the Liberty coming off their first defeat of the season. In that game against Indiana, New York had a terrible shooting night, hitting just 20.7% from 3-point range while allowing the Fever to make 11 more threes than they did. A repeat of that performance is highly unlikely, especially since the Liberty are the top outside shooting team in the league by volume. At the same time, Atlanta's Alicia Gray is coming off a massive game where she drained 6 of her 9 3-point attempts, a pace she simply can't maintain. Expect both teams to regress to their averages in this one, which heavily favors New York's top-ranked scoring offense and defense. As our first pick for this matchup, New York Liberty to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The high point total for this game is justified, as 2 of the league's most explosive offenses are meeting in this Commissioner's Cup showdown. The Liberty are the top scoring team in the WNBA, and they lead the league in 3-pointers made per game. Atlanta isn't far behind, ranking 3rd in scoring and 2nd in made threes. The court will be filled with offensive talent, with a total of 9 players in this game averaging 9 or more points per contest. With the entire league having Monday off, both teams will be well rested and ready for a fast-paced game, so conditioning won't be a concern. These are 2 of the best offensive teams in the WNBA. The Liberty ranked 1st in the sport with a 110.8 offensive rating, while the Dream are 3rd with a 107.4 rating. Both teams also tend to give up second-chance opportunities, with Atlanta ranking 9th in opposing second-chance points allowed per game and New York sitting at 12th. With the injury report looking clear for all key players, every sign points to a high-scoring affair between these two Eastern Conference powerhouses on Tuesday night. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Washington Mystics versus Chicago Sky. The 2025 WNBA season continues Tuesday, June 17th with the Commissioner's Cup Showdown at Wintrust Arena in Chicago, where the Washington Mystics will face the Chicago Sky. This is the first time these two teams will meet this season, and both are looking to improve on their 1-3 record in Cup play. Last season, the Mystics had Chicago's number, going 3-1 both straight up and against the spread, with 3 of those 4 games staying under the total. The Sky took a huge hit when they lost veteran guard Courtney Vandersloot and her 11 points and 5.3 assists per game for the season. That's a massive blow to their offense, and their defense has been a problem all year, which makes it hard to look anywhere but at the Mystics in this matchup. Washington is certainly looking to play better than they did against Atlanta, and a key to their success will be controlling the boards. The Mystics are one of the best defensive rebounding teams in the league, ranking 3rd, and they'll need that strength to keep Angel Reese off the offensive glass. While Chicago leads the WNBA in offensive rebounding, they are weak on the defensive boards, which Washington can exploit. As our first pick for this matchup, the Washington Mystics to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. This game features 2 of the 3 worst offenses in the entire WNBA going head-to-head. When they played last season, the under hit in 3 of their 4 games, with the teams averaging a combined 151 points. The Mystics are coming off their single worst offensive game of the season, managing only 56 points with just 1 player scoring in double figures. That's not a fluke. They've been held to 78 points or less in 4 of their last 5 games. The Sky aren't any better. Even in their last win, they only put up 78 points, which is no offensive explosion. They don't have a go-to score and have failed to score more than 78 points in 4 straight games. With the under hitting in 7 of the last 10 meetings between these teams, all signs point to a low-scoring grind. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Las Vegas Aces versus Minnesota Lynx. A matchup between two teams heading in opposite directions is on tap for Tuesday night as the Las Vegas Aces, who have struggled to a 5-5 record, visit the top-ranked Minnesota Lynx, who sit at a dominant 10-1. The Aces are in the middle of a slump, having lost 3 of their last 4 games, including a 76-70 defeat against the Phoenix Mercury on Sunday. The Lynx, meanwhile, continue to assert their dominance at the top of the WNBA standings, coming into this game fresh off a commanding 101-78 victory over the Los Angeles Sparks. The Aces' recent performance is cause for major concern, especially with their only victory in the last 4 games being a tight win over the last-place Dallas Wings. A significant reason for their struggles is the absence of their best player, A'ja Wilson, who leads the team in both scoring and rebounding. She has missed the last 2 games while in concussion protocol, and her presence has been sorely missed. Las Vegas now faces a formidable Minnesota team that ranks 2nd in the league in scoring and 3rd in points allowed. The Aces' offense, which is last in the league in field goal shooting, will have a tough time against a Lynx defense that is 3rd best at defending shots. With Minnesota's Nafi Sakalier leading the league in scoring at 26 points per game, it's difficult to see how a short-handed Aces defense can keep the powerful Lynx offense in check. As our first pick for this matchup, the Minnesota Lynx to win and cover the spread as favorites. When looking at the total for this game, several signs point toward a lower scoring affair. Neither team is particularly strong on the offensive glass, with the Aces ranking 12th and the Lynx 10th in offensive rebound percentage, which should limit second chance scoring opportunities. The key factor here is Minnesota's elite defense, which allows the 3rd fewest points in the WNBA. They will be facing an Aces team that will likely be without its top scorer, A'ja Wilson. The impact of her absence on the offense is clear, as Las Vegas managed to put up just 70 points in their last game against Phoenix. With the total going under in 6 of Minnesota's first 10 games this season, expect that trend to continue against a struggling and short-handed Aces squad. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Seattle Storm versus Los Angeles Sparks. A Western Conference affair is on tap for Tuesday night in the City of Angels as the Los Angeles Sparks play host to the Seattle Storm. Both teams are looking to bounce back from tough losses. The Storm just had a winning streak snapped, while the Sparks are coming off a blowout defeat and have now lost 2 of their last 3 games. This will be the first matchup between these 2 teams this season. Before their recent loss, the Seattle Storm had been playing great basketball, rattling off 3 consecutive wins. The Sparks, on the other hand, have been struggling to find any consistency. Los Angeles made a significant splash in the offseason by acquiring Kelsey Plum, and while she's been putting up over 20 points per game, her shot has been off in the last few contests. Seattle had been firing on all cylinders before their last game where their offense stalled, scoring only 70 points. Look for them to get back on track against a struggling Sparks team. As our fifth pick for this matchup, the Seattle Storm to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Even though the total has gone over in the last 3 games for the Sparks, this matchup has all the makings of a low-scoring game. Seattle isn't a team that pushes the pace or puts up huge offensive numbers. Even in their last loss where their defense wasn't at its best, they still managed to hold their opponent to just 76 points. The Sparks have had major issues on both ends of the floor this season and are coming off a game where they gave up a season high in points. While they will likely continue to struggle on defense, allowing the Storm to shoot efficiently, Seattle's style of play should prevent a massive offensive outburst. The Storm's solid defense will, in turn, keep the Sparks' offense in check, leading to a lower scoring affair. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.